How's everybody doing? Good? We know that Jesus had 7 sayings on the cross. 7 sayings on the cross. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And today you shall be with me in the paradise. 3, woman, behold your son. Son, behold your mother. 4, my God, why have you forsaken me? 5, I thirst. 6, it is finished. 7, Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. Today I'll just focus on 2 of them, but I just want you to imagine that, yes, Jesus on the cross was saying that, but imagine also it is right before the moment of death. And you know, as our fathers, our grandfathers, like sometimes we see in movies, and also in the Old Testament, like Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the patriarchs before their death, they say precious words to their children as this is the final words, and their children take it to heart because this is what my father or mother told me on their deathbed. The first one that I just want to reflect on is the first one, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. If we remember the readings from yesterday, especially in the evening of Good Friday and the Paraclete readings in the first hour, we read from John a lot, but in John 13, we read about washing the feet of his beloved. And this passage is sandwiched, or it's put between Jesus' knowledge of Judas' betrayal. So if it's a sandwich, washing the feet is in in between. The first one, the first layer, he knew that Judas was betraying him. And then the second layer of the sandwich here is when he told Peter that you will deny me. Let me read just a few verses so that also you can be on the same page here with me. In John 13. It was just before the Passover festival. Jesus knew that the hour had come for him to leave this world and go to the Father. Having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. He loved them to the end, including Judas, including Peter. And then he knew before that Judas was going to betray him. And then when he had finished washing their feet, he put on his clothes and returned to his place. Do you understand what I have done for you? He asked them. You call me teacher and Lord, and rightly so, for that is what I am. Now that I am Lord, I am your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. I have set to you an example that you should do as I have done for you. And then at the end of this chapter, a new command I give you, love one another as I have loved you. So you must love one another. By this everyone will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. So far, these are good teachings. These are all good instructions. We know it, we heard it, they heard it for 3 years of their life. But what was the turning point? What gave them power? I believe what gave them power and set them free to love one another is the power of being forgiven. And this is where the first words on the cross, when he prayed for the people who nailed them on the cross, and not only for the people who nailed them on the cross, but for everyone he has encountered during his life on earth. And for us, everyone will come afterwards and believe in him, or maybe not believe in him. Jesus, our mediator with the Father, like he said, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Forgiveness is the power to set free humanity to live by the words of Christ. The power to forgive, but also the power to receive forgiveness, is the only thing that will set you free to follow Christ. And as one of his last words before his death is that, I forgive you. I forgive you. I recall the Samaritan woman. If you remember from John 4, she engaged with Jesus in a theological debate about worshiping, who's right, who's wrong. But what was the turning point when he told her that I know what's going on, and still I love you, I respect you. And this is like what we read here, is that she went back to her town and said, come see a man who told me everything I ever did. Could this be the Messiah? Normally, when I'm ashamed from what I did, I don't say, hey, come, I found someone who knows everything about me. I try to hide more. But he set her free to face the very same people that she ran away from, and she told him, finally, someone forgave me, someone loved me, someone believed in me and respected me despite my wrongdoings. And this is why the first word on the cross, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they do, is the power to release humanity to truly follow the words of Christ and love one another as I have loved you. And I believe that we will fall short from loving one another. We will fall short from washing our feet. It will remain a dry ritual. We do it once a year, and we come and we wash our feet, and we get sprinkled with water, and we get anointed with oil and do all the things, but we still were not able to love and to witness. Why? Because we haven't tasted the taste of freedom, the forgiveness. That someone told me everything I did, and yet he still loves me. And not only Christ, imagine if you are on your deathbed and you're forgiving everyone. But why would you wait until your deathbed? Why can't you start from now to forgive everyone? Do you want to wait until your last breath? or you can start now to forgive. And this will be your commandments to your children, to your loved ones. Forgive. People don't know what they do. Seek understanding, and even if you don't understand, still forgive and forgive and forgive. But this will never come unless you are forgiven as well. Why, until now, are you walking burdened with your shame? Why do we choose to carry our guilt where we have a fountain of salvation and a listening ear and words of life to tell me, son, daughter, you are forgiven? Why do you choose to carry your own sins? Why do you do that? And you still struggle with loving and forgiving. Well, the reason is that you are so accustomed to carry your sins and shame and guilt, and to carry the bitterness and the anger and the resentment in your heart, more than to release people with the power of forgiveness and the freedom to be who they are. They have their God. And this is number 2 here. Number 2 saying, woman, behold your son. Son, behold your mother. Take care of each other. Again, as a father or a mother on their deathbed, بيوصي يعني أولاده, telling them, their children, hey, مالكوش غير بعض. Take care of each other. I'm leaving now. Take care of each other. This is the same. Woman or his mom, St. Mary, this is your son. John, this is your mother. The same for us. Why are we waiting until our last breath to say some words of reconciliation and forgiveness and to take care of each other? Why I can't take care of others right now? And others is everyone. Because again, here, St. Mary and John are symbols of like humanity and the Mother of God. Can we start taking care of each other truly? Truly. Don't see each other's mistakes and shortcomings. This is easy. It happens to us so naturally, without even effort. But the effort is to forgive and to take care of one another. By this, the world will know that you are my disciples. Again, يا جماعة, being a disciple of Christ is not about just being baptized in the church and you found yourself by chance Christian and you come here and for the Holy Week and you do the things we do. This is not my disciple. My disciple who is truly able to love. My disciple is truly able to forgive and set others free from their mistakes. I think this is our biggest challenge, is that we set others free from their mistakes. To us, or that if I witness them or if I heard about them, it doesn't matter, because what really matters is before dying that I am free and I'm setting other people free. But don't wait until the moment of your death, because simply we don't know when, right? Don't let your resentment, bitterness fester in you. Sleep every day free, lighter than the beginning of the day. And the only thing you can do to be lighter is to set others free and set yourself free. This is how we love one another. And this is how we are his disciples. Two words I would like you to remember today. Father, forgive them. And I want you now, as we say the last song, to really dig deeper in your heart and close your eyes, and maybe if you have a certain person in your life that you are struggling to forgive, pray for that person by name. This is how we celebrate the cross. The cross is not doing your will, but the cross is doing his will, which is to forgive and set people free and look at them with his eyes full of love, acceptance, forgiveness, and unconditional regard. Unconditional regard. Regard everyone unconditionally, because this is what Christ is. Pray for this person or this group or this family, or pray for them by name and tell them, Father, tell him, Father, forgive them. And the second word, woman, behold your son, son, behold your mother. Take care of each other. Everyone here is our sisters, our mothers, fathers, brothers. We are the family of Christ. إحنا أهل بيت الله. We are the household of God. And what does the household do? They take care of each other. تعالوا نصلي الترتيلة اللي جاية، وفعلا أدعوكم كده كل واحد كده عشان يبقى بس اليوم ليه معنى بدل الدش اللي احنا بنعمله من الصبحية. يبقى اليوم ليه معنى and to forgive and to set people free.